Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Is it that time?
Yeah. Marcus tells me the little clock says it's time to start the board meeting.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
we go.
welcome to the, what is today, December 8th meeting of the Papillion La Vista Community Schools Board of Education. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Madler,
Here.
Miss Witt,
Here.
Mr. Lotus,
Here.
Miss Wood,
Here.
Mr. Bailey,
Here.
Miss Butler,
Here.
all present.
Thank you. We have no absences today, so we'll move on to recognitions. Dr. Rickley.
Thank you very much, Ms. Witt, members of the board. Happy Monday, everyone. As the community knows, at least once during the month, we like to take a moment to recognize either staff or students, or in this case, student athletes, that have really brought honor and distinction to this great school district of ours. The ladies that we're going to recognize in just a minute are no stranger to this boardroom. They've been here before, as is Coach Tarman. Thank you for joining us, Katie. This group of young ladies' accomplishments are nothing short of staggering, and we actually have some new information now that the World Herald released their all-volleyball team. So just a couple of highlights for this group that we're going to bring up and introduce. I don't know if we have any parents in attendance or not, but if we do have anybody that wants to take any pictures, we'll bring the crew up. We'll do a couple of pictures with Dr. Villarreal, and we'll get you out of here. I'm sure all of you are busy studying for finals in a week and a half, fast approaching, right? So we have in our attendance this evening, ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Class A State Volleyball Champions, headed up by our own coach, Katie Tarman. Katie, thank you for being here. Since 2009, Papillion La Vista South High School has reached the finals in 11 of 17 seasons. They have won 8 titles. That is simply staggering. As of yesterday, we have some additional individual honors that we would like to share. For the Class A first team, Cammie Deerstead not only was named first team All-State Class A, but she's the all-class captain. I would also like to recognize Cammie as being on the Superintendent's Advisory Council and has been for 4 years, so we've gotten to know each other real well. Also, Lyric Judson was named on the first team. Second team was Kenna Sanders, so the All-State team is well represented by Titans, and don't want to put the pressure on these ladies. We've got a lot of juniors on this squad, so I'd be a little surprised if maybe we didn't see them here this time next year. Ladies, we are so incredibly proud of you. Please come down and be recognized by your Board of Education. Go kill it on finals, ladies. And for those of you that have already accepted scholarships, and I know that we've got a couple, I think we've got a Rutgers, I think we've got a Florida Gulf Coast, and I'm sure I'm missing others. So just an outstanding group of student athletes. Thank you for being here tonight, ladies. Thanks again, coaches.
Thank you and happy holidays.
And with that, Ms. Witt, I'll conclude our recognitions for the evening.
Thank you. Our next item on the agenda, our Student Council report from the Papillion La Vista High School. We have Maggie Novak and Lexi Sousa.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Maggie Novak. I'm the Student Council President at Papillion La Vista High School.
I'm Lexi Souza. I'm the Vice President.
We just have a couple updates. First, from Student Council, we had a leaf raking event in November where we cleaned up Terra Heights and the surrounding area. And then for the first time ever, we're teaming up with PAP South Student Council to host a Swishes for Wishes basketball game to fundraise for Make-A-Wish. We're going to be doing a Miracle Minute, and we're selling t-shirts. It's the first time we've paired up with PAP South Student Council to do an event, so we're super excited about that. Our construction for the new turf space is completed. We're excited. We have PE classes there during the day, and then spring sports training like track in there for the afternoon and at night. Winter sports just started. Our basketball team just went 2-0 against Millard South and Creighton Prep, so we're looking really good this season. It's very exciting. And then before Thanksgiving break, we sent 14 athletes to a leadership conference in Lincoln. They came back with some really good advice for admin, and they're going to be leading a group this coming year. And then finally for PL Club, future Monarch and Husker pitcher Courtney Wallace will be coming to speak to athletes on December 10th. So she's going to come and talk to student athletes about leadership and her experience in college athletics.
Our fall play, this year our students performed the greatest Christmas pageant ever, and this was a fun play because it was our first chance to hear the new equipment from the past bond. And this week we have 2 more performances for the Fine Arts Department and auditions for the spring musical Newsies. Our speech and debate team, these 2 programs are also in their competitive season. Speech has grown in our building and has 22 participants. Our new coach, Lizzie Jansen, is growing the team and will provide some good experiences for the students. Our Severant Leadership Program, this time of year we enjoy opportunities to give back to our community. The boys basketball team and members of NHS are ringing bells around local businesses, and our wrestling team is supporting Team Jack, which is for youth cancer wrestling meet. And then our Monarch Market is our new DECA program, which we're selling cookies and also Monarch gear throughout the school year. And we are staying late open during the holiday season so parents and members of the community can buy Monarch gear.
That's our update. Any questions? Yes, they're still on sale. So,
And ladies, did you say what the date of that game?
it's going to be the game when we play PAP South. I think it's in January.
Yeah, I thought it was traditionally first or second week in January, but we'll make sure and send that out to the board, but a really good reminder.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Maggie.
Good
Thanks,
evening and
Lexi.
Happy holidays.
Good luck on your finals.
Next is reports from Dr. Rickley.
Thank you very much, Ms. Witt, members of the board. And to our community members that are watching online, thank you for engaging with your Board of Education, and thank you for witnessing our Board of Education meeting. Lots of exciting things going on around the district as we fast approach the end of first semester. I'm sure you're probably well aware we have all of this week regularly scheduled classes. We have all of next week for our high school students next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are finals week, so make sure you're checking with your student, make sure you're checking with your teachers. It will be basically a modified block schedule at both Papillion-La Vista High School and Papillion-La Vista South High School, but that is a little bit of an irregular schedule, so make sure you have your transportation and your student schedule lined up. Best of wishes to all of our high school students as they complete their finals. Also wanted to share with the board, we had kind of a unique experience this last week to participate in the Nebraska Mental Health Conference, which was hosted at Project Harmony, which is a multidisciplinary organization that houses everyone from law enforcement to medical professionals to school social workers. And they hosted an education summit last Wednesday dealing with teen social media use and how artificial intelligence is changing their lives in a host of ways, both positive and maybe not so positive. We had a number of our school social workers that attended. My involvement came at the very end of the summit. I was pleased to moderate a panel, a student panel. We had a number of kids from across the metro. We had one Monarch, one Titan, and basically they fielded questions about, again, social media and the impact of artificial intelligence. As I shared with our administrative team when I got back, we have such great kids. We have such great kids. They're good thinkers. They're polite. They're responsible. They're good thinkers. This next generation of kids, our country's in fine hands, ladies and gentlemen. our country's in very good hands. When I look at our kids and I look at what they're doing and what they're capable of, it gives me great comfort knowing that we'll be well taken care of in our declining years as we're counting on them to fund our retirement. So kind of a fun experience to see our kids in action. Speaking of our students in action, we are hosting our last student advisory luncheon of the year, not of the school year, of the calendar year. As the board and community may be aware, we have 8 Monarchs and 8 Titans that we meet with monthly. We rotate between the 2 campuses. We have a variety of topics that we like to discuss. This next time, we'll be revisiting a common topic, which is school safety. We talk about school safety a lot with our kids. We're also going to be analyzing some of the results of the latest district survey. We spent a little bit of time at the last board meeting talking about the new district approach to surveying. Instead of one big end-of-the-year survey, we're doing smaller, shorter surveys throughout the year. We finished survey number 2 just recently, and we're going to be analyzing some of those results with our students. Also, as a reminder to the board, it doesn't seem possible that we're at this point in the school year, but legislative session is just around the corner. This is a short legislative session, which means it's 60 days instead of 90 days. The session convenes on January 7th. And as always, the first 10 days of this session are bill introductions. So outside of just a few exceptions, if a bill's going to drop, it's going to drop in those first 10 days. So we've already had several meetings. We've met with legislative candidates. Mr. Richards and I were briefed by District Government Affairs Specialist Tim Gay just last week. Mr. Richards and his Buildings and Grounds Committee have been working on our legislative priorities. The entire board will have an opportunity to weigh in on that. And we have our first legislative preview conference of the year this Wednesday in Lincoln. So Brett and myself and a few others will be going down for that. And finally, winter is also a time for turnover and resignations and retirements. Dr. Settles and her team have been working hard on not only the director of secondary curriculum. That interview will be next Tuesday, and then next Thursday we'll be interviewing elementary principals due to some movement. And last but by no means least, I want to thank Dr. Shireen Siri for hosting our Rule 10 accreditation visit. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of last week, we hosted a number of officials from the Nebraska Department of Education. We think it had been a good long while since they had last visited us. Now they have visited the school district for accreditation purposes. That's slightly different than what they were doing last week, but they visited both high schools, 2 of the 3 middle schools, and I believe 6 elementary buildings. The amount of work that went into coordinating a visit like this it's staggering. It touched probably just about every administrator in the district, whether their building was visited or not, but Dr. Siri made the visit go off. Famously, as she always does, we will have an after-action report at some point in January that we will share with the board. And with that, Ms. Witt, I will conclude my superintendent's report for the evening.
Thank you so much. Next is the board member reports.
I had the opportunity to participate in a teammates board meeting on December 2nd. At that meeting, it was reported that we currently have right at 75 matches in the district. 45 of those would be at the high school, 20 at the middle school, and 10 in the elementary. It's new in the elementary, and they are beginning to go down into second grade, so second through 6th grade. During the meeting, there was also discussion on updating the current vision for our teammates program, and that involves 2 areas of focus for teammates this year: fundraising and recruitment. And so thinking about how we can grow the program, reach out to more elementaries, and basically make sure that every child that wants a teammate has a teammate. So encourage any and all of you that are interested in being a mentor, being a teammate. We're in need. And so please reach out to the district and we will get you matched up. This afternoon, I also was able to attend the Anderson Grove Elementary School DARE graduation. Always a fun time to see students, and Principal Moorhead and her staff did a great job, along with the band played, the 6th grade music, they had a musical performance, and then Deputy Marsh shared her time, what she covered with the students, and As Dr. Rickley mentioned earlier, our kids are so impressive, and when you hear these sixth-grade students get up and read their essays, they're well thought out, and they always do a great job of sharing and being in front of an audience and just doing a great job. So that was a fun afternoon. I was really impressed with the band. They must have had 25 students participating in band, and when you have a two-section building with probably less than 60 kids, 25 in band is pretty good. So fun afternoon.
Anyone else? Nope. Thank you. Moving on to committee reports, Building, Grounds, and Finance.
We just met on Friday. We went over the 2026 legislative priorities. We also continued our conversation on the potential middle school land purchase, what area we want to be looking at. Those conversations will continue. And then we also talked about upcoming bond projects that are remaining, which we should be coming to the board probably next month with some of those items. And that's it.
Thank you. Next, Human Resources and Student Services.
So we have not met formally in subcommittee as we continue to proceed forward on our teacher negotiations, and on which we have an executive closed session again on tonight's agenda to update the board.
Thank you. And Curriculum and Americanism.
Yeah, we have not met since the last meeting. We have a meeting scheduled this Wednesday at 4:30.
Thank you. Moving on to action items, actions by consent. Need a motion, please?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the action by consent items as listed.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Bailey and a second by Mr. Madler. Any discussion? Roll call?
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Lotus?
Yes.
Ms. Wood?
Yes.
Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Mather?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the superintendent's evaluation and contract extension. I met with Dr. Rickley on last Tuesday, I believe. And we went over his evaluation, and I'm happy to say that everybody on the board elected to extend his contract one more year. I will be sharing the results of the evaluation with the other board members after tonight's meeting, and you can read the comments. They're all very positive. His top ones, in my opinion, were his communication and ability to provide leadership to his staff that makes it look like he's not leading, that they are doing the leading. More in that vein, I think. Not everything was, excels. There was some meets and some exceeds, so it's not like everybody thought he was top dog on everything, but nobody had anything that was below that, so congratulations. Any comments?
Thank you, Ms. Witt. I just want to thank the board for taking the time to fill that survey instrument out. It means a lot. I think our conversations throughout the school year in committee of the whole meetings, subcommittee meetings, one-on-one meetings, liaison lunches, we have so many opportunities to interact, but it is kind of nice to have a capper at the end of the year that kind of sums everything up. So thank you for that. I think I say this every single year, but I mean it, so I'm going to say it again. I don't take my employment with this district lightly. I don't take it for granted. I don't just assume that because I have the job that I'm going to forever have the job. I serve at the pleasure of this board, and when I'm no longer your person, I'm no longer your person. I am deeply grateful to work here. This is year 13 or 12 and a half technically. I'm proud to live here, proud to work here, proud to send my kids here. I will continue to work here until the board no longer needs me to work here, and I just want to thank you for having the faith in me and my family and extending the contract, but please know it's not something I will ever assume that it just happens because it happens. It happens because I have really good bosses, and I have really, really, really outstanding people that I'm lucky to work with, so thank you for your faith in me.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to acknowledge completion of the superintendent's performance evaluation and to approve the 3-year superintendent's contract for Dr. Andrew Rickley.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Lotus and a second by Mr. Madler. Any discussion or comments? Roll call?
Mr. Lotus?
Yes.
Ms. Wood?
Yes.
Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Mather?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the staffing proposal, and that is Dr. Settles.
Yep, thank you so much. I don't have any new additions from when we proposed this at the last meeting. As you know, there's just been quite a lot of meetings and discussion that has gone into this. Our biggest focus is trying to make the moves that we would need, and then along with the additions that we would need to be able to open the new elementary school, Lincoln View Elementary. So quite a lot of this ask comes from that, in addition to the needs for special education, adding 2 teachers at the secondary level, and then a half-time teacher of the deaf position. So that brings our total of 10.65, along with considering possibility for some growth positions if needed.
Any motion, please?
I'll make the motion to approve the 2026-27 additions as proposed, including 8.15 general education staff and 2.5 special services staff for a total of 10.65 FTE, with an additional 7.0 FTEs allocated if needed for growth.
I'll second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Lotus, a second by Ms. Wood. Any discussion? Roll call?
Ms. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Bailey,
Yes.
Ms. Butler,
Yes.
Mr. Madler,
Yes.
Ms. Witt,
Yes.
Mr. Lotus.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Moving on to discussion items. First up is voluntary separation update. Dr. Settles?
Thank you. So yes, you did just have on your consent agenda items to approve some of our teachers who will be retiring through the TARP program, the voluntary separation. I just wanted to give you a little bit of further information on that. When you look at those 10 people, so 10 of the 15 spots, first of all, just a reminder real quick about what that eligibility is like. You have to be here in the district for at least 15 years. You have to be between the ages of 55 and 65 by August 31st of this upcoming year, 2026. You cannot be an administrator, and then you had to have applied by December 1st. So I did meet with quite a number of people, and 10 of those people did decide that this would be their last year. So just wanted you to kind of have that history there. You can see I left a little bit more than 5 years on there, I guess, but you can see that the last time we met the 15 maximum spots was back in 1920. And we're just to a point that we have quite a few people eligible too. So of the group that is eligible this year, I don't think we had anybody falling off. So nobody's going to reach the age of 66 and not be eligible any longer. So we'll have a big group eligible again next year. But we did have 10 that put in for it, so you approved them tonight. Of those people, they have an impressive 256 years of combined experience here in PLCS, which is so awesome and something we just absolutely love to see. We will definitely miss the experience that is brought by this group. The great news is most of them would like to come back at some point and substitute. We love seeing that, and there is a permission to do so in the state retirement system. In their first 180 days, they can come back 8 days a month and sub, and then who knows, maybe after that there'll be some additional types of things for people. Their average age is 59.1 years of age, and having served in the district for 25.6 years, so pretty fantastic. Just a couple of general thoughts. They have been very, very grateful, many of them, to serve, almost their entire career here or their entire career here. It is one of the things that does keep some of the people not retiring is there are some costs that people do recognize are very, very beneficial to be an employee here and have retirement or have the insurance packages that we have. We're very, very lucky to have that, as insurance costs are high and people have to consider that for retirement. They also are just thrilled to be a part of the MPERS system. MPERS system does that for our retirement system, does set people up very well for retirement. So as staff members, everyone who is a staff member here is, as long as they're at least 20 hours a week, they are putting into that system, as well as the district matching what they're putting in at 101%. So it's pretty, it's a decent investment that everybody's making from their very first day of being employed here. And they're also just very grateful. I get asked every year, is this program going to be going away? And I've not heard any discussion from this board that this program needs to go away. And I do say that. That's nothing that has been on the discussion for a chopping block at this point. People are very appreciative that this is still something that we offer. So that's just a little summary of the fall. I did meet with probably about another 12 to 15 people that just kind of wanted to get the information and aren't at this point, did not put in for it. You have any questions? Well, good. Thank you for your support.
I would just like to add, it's only one data point, so I don't want to read too much into it, but as we reminded our administrative group this morning when we met, the fact that it's been several years since we filled it up says a lot about our retention efforts that Dr. Settles, all of us, but Dr. Settles in particular, is doing. I think anytime you have a dynamic where people are rushing for the exit, it causes some questions, right? But the fact that we're able to retain so many quality staff, even though we have people that are eligible to take this and walk out the door, says a lot about, I think, what it means to work here and some of the great things that the HR team is doing. So well done, Dr. Settles.
And in addition, to come back and sub at a point after they meet that separation.
Absolutely.
Thank you for all your work, teachers, and the work that you continue to do for our kiddos. Next on the agenda is our executive closed session, but if you don't mind, I'll go on and read the future board calendar and get that out of the way. On December 9th, we have a liaison lunch at Parkview Heights.
There we go.
There's so many PBs. And that's with myself and the staff there. On December 22nd would be our next board meeting. It doesn't say, but we probably won't be having a board meeting that day because we always take that day off because it's so close to the Christmas holiday. Then December 22nd through January 2nd, there is no school for students and staff, winter break. On January 5th, no school for students for staff development. And on January 12th, we will start the year with our board meeting here at 6 p.m. And if I could get a motion for closed session.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session for the protection of public interest while discussing employee negotiations.
I'll second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Lotus and a second by Ms. Wood to move into closed session. Any discussion or questions? At this point, roll call.
Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
Ms. Butler?
Yes.
Mr. Mather?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes,
Mr. Lotus?
Yes.
Ms. Wood?
Yes.
Motion carried.
thank you. We'll take about a 5-minute recess to clear the room.